the brainchild of Ted Kennedy, which might give you a clue as to where some of the thoughts were behind it. No Child Left Behind was a federal focus that said all of the states have to make these guidelines, and then we're going to test kids and make sure they've met those guidelines. Well, I can tell you it didn't work very well, and where we are now is the God of our public school is now called the test, the STAR test, and the kids are now in the process of taking it. But what happens with anything else is, like with anything else, is where the money is, that's where everybody follows. And so,
Follow the money.
follow the money. And so No Child Left Behind, the idea was to fund these programs, come up with a set of standards that every student would have to follow, and then we would all live happily ever after. Now, that sounds good. However, as I was reminded in just listening to you folks, we're all different. We're all unique. And the government doesn't understand what my kids need locally. A farming community needs a different kind of school than a school in the middle of the city. And who best knows that other than the people that are living there? I want to just do a little run back in history. When I was in high school, I was on the debate team, and the debate topic for that time was, should the federal government begin funding schools? At that time they were not. It was just all state. And this was like in 1962, 63, something like that. So should the federal government fund schools? Well, in 1965 it was decided that they would. And of course the concern was that then they would take over. But they gave us this guarantee that that would not happen. This was written in 1965. About the federal control of education which is prohibited. Nothing contained in this act shall be construed to authorize any department, agency, officer, or employee of the United States to exercise any direction, supervision, or control over the curriculum or program of instruction, or what textbooks may be used, what books may be in the library. The federal government promised at that time, no, we're not going to do that. Let us come in and help support you, but we won't tell you what to do at all.